the 21st of April. We're gonna start another day on the flatbed. Show y'all where we're at. So I had a lip. That lip you can see right there. I had it on here and I could not get it straight. It was just sitting here doing like this. Ooh, that light is awful. Let me clean that screen. That's better. It was just sitting here going like this the whole way and I could not get it straight. The back, I was trying to leave the back weld from being cut off, so it's not great either. So I couldn't pull measurements. I couldn't get it right any kind of way. So we got this 1-inch pipe and I'm gonna lay it across there, weld this flush, and then grind that weld smooth for a seamless weld there. And I think it's gonna look pretty deadgum good. Trying my best to keep it even all the way across. So I got this side up. I like the way it looks. Got a few marks right here and right here from where I bent it over and used a clamp to suck it in a little bit. But I think all in all, it's gonna look pretty decent. I am gonna come down again. I'm gonna get one more piece, weld it right here, and terminate it right about there is my plan. So I got to go a little bit further down. But yeah, that's my plan. So I'm gonna work on this side over here. I'm gonna work on this side, get this side pulled down, pulled in. It's real thin wall stuff. So it's pretty easy to bend. Damn, kids are being crazy today. So I'm gonna get this pulled down and get it tacked in. I'll go across all the way on the inside and weld it to hold it good here. Get a good weld on this top piece and then it'll hold it solid. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. I think that's about all we got left. We gotta do that. We got some seams to clean up. You know, grind smooth, clean up these seams, and then we'll be ready to jack this thing in the air, get the box doors done, get the back closed off, and we'll be ready for paint. So, sounds easy, but I think it's gonna take a while. So, here we go. All right, first things first. I hate welding thin stuff, but we got that down. Well, come on, screen. Oh well, we got that down. Got a few little hammer marks, but it truthfully don't look bad, so I'm really not that worried about it. I'll have to grind all that smooth, weld that crack up, obviously all the way up, but I think it looks pretty deadgum good. Looking down right through there, ties in just exactly halfway here, right there. I mean, I'll smooth those out a little bit, and I'll hit that with the sander a little bit, and it'll get some primer, and it'll be fun. Let's go do that side. Actually, I think I'm probably gonna cut the video off for a minute, and I'll do the other side.
One eternity later.
Get started on another day on the flatbed. It's the 29th of April. As y'all can see, got a clean floor again. And we got the bed put back up on our sawhorses. You see there. Got this edge looking pretty smooth. See that edge there? We got this edge. I mean, it's decent enough. You can obviously see there's some spots. Gonna need either a little bit more weld or probably just some Bondo. But I mean, all in all, that lip looks great. It's smooth down here. This would have been the hardest area to do, so getting that smooth down. Looking at it from this way, you can see nice profile there going up and around. I think it looks great. I think it's gonna be just fine. These bottoms got a little bit squirrely on me. Having to beat those in to be able to get that good weld on the bottom there. And it did kink and got a couple of prize marks right there where I was trying to clamp that. It just made a few little marks, but it's gonna be just fine. That's what it looks like that way. So we're gonna get started on the doors today. I can get the saw back out where I had everything put up where I could finally see I had a concrete floor again. So I get that pulled out, get these cut. Metal for that is leaning up somewhere over there. So we'll get these doors done. Start just with the outer frame, make sure those fit good. Then we'll get our metal right here, skin them. Then after that, we're gonna do these back. Then we'll do the gooseneck well. And then do some light work for getting the holes drilled. I want everything ready for final assembly before we send this thing off for paint. Also got in the truck. We pulled the truck in, had some bad storms, possible hail and tornadoes and whatnot. So pulled the truck in so we could get the car, the Tahoe under there to keep it safe, not let it get destroyed in the tornado. So I got some stuff here. Want to just kind of go over what we got left to put on the truck. So this is a cab air ride for the height. The cab air valve is leaking in there. Got this. This is just going to serve as an air manifold for that tank and the other tank. Probably going to do away with the other tank right now and then save a few more pennies, and I'll get another good set of tank like this to go on the other side. We've got our door latches here. These are our stainless steel door latches. Eberhard is where I ordered these from. So got our door latches, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the 4 boxes. This one is going to be for the back gate where our ramps are going to slide in. And then here we've got our hinges, stainless steel hinges. Got these from Granger. Just a Marlboro. There's your data. See if that'll see that or not. Standard hinges. Got our fuel tank solenoid. This is a 3/4 solenoid valve. This is how we're gonna meter the flow coming out of the tank and going into out of the pickup tank, going to the main diesel tank. This line here has got wire inside of it so it won't suction down and crush. Several hose bar fittings. Got a air dump valve. My dump valve, what's hanging right here, is leaking. So we're gonna take and make a new dump valve through here using this manifold. Got a myriad of Deutsch splitters. So come in with one, out with two for various lights. I got, those are in, one out, two there. These are 1 in, 3 outs. And those are still 2-wire. Another one of those. These are two-way plugs that are 4-piece coming out. So these are what we're going to use for our lights. One for the headache rack, one for the rear bumper so that we can plug into one and then split off of both sides to go to the rack itself. Got some, these are gasketed Deutsch flanges. These are what's going to go on the bed, to go into the bed, to go to our junction box right there. And then when you come out of the junction box to get back outside of the bed, we'll have another one of these. So every connection on here is waterproof. The boxes will remain waterproof. Everything will go through. Got just some various different sizes. These are great connectors just to have anytime. So went on ahead and just bought a bunch of them. I got reverse light diodes here. So these are, I don't even know if you call them diodes. I honestly don't know. Yeah, wiring diode. So these are 2 in, 1 out. So what the plan is here is we're gonna feed the reverse light to one side, and then I'm gonna put a 12-volt switch power on the other side, where when either one of those are turned on, the reverse lights will come on. This light will come on, these white lights. I wanna be able to have those on when I'm reversing, or flip a switch and turn them on, because I'm gonna have 2 up here. You can see how much cobwebs and cottonseed holes we got going on here, cottonwood tree. So I'm gonna have a light here and a light up there. That's gonna be these sitting up there. I wanna be able to turn those inner lights on and the inner lights on the back on independently of the work light. So the work light will come on if you hit the switch up, and these dimmer lights will come on if you hit the switch down. That way, if you're backing up a trailer, you don't have to turn the big work lights on. You can just turn those reverse lights on and have just enough light to hook up your trailer, whatnots. So that's why we got those. It's not a necessity, but I think it'll be pretty cool. Got those there. Those are our lights. Got a couple of just regular 3/4 pin lights to go for our third brake light. Got a license plate light, just kind of stuff you don't really plan on having when you start all of this. I got a custom wiring harness from... All right, so we got our lights there. I got this custom wiring harness from Kurt. This is mostly for the gooseneck, but it's gonna work well with our new 4-way and 7-way. This piece will go in the bumper. And this is all going to be plug and play. So plug and play with the Kurt system, directly with the truck wiring. Everything should work. Only piece of wiring we're going to have to do on these is getting power to these cameras. I've got 2 cameras. These are Crux. Plug and play. There's their numbers and all right there. One of these is going to go upside down in the headache rack. The other one's gonna go in the license plate bucket. And then we've got these lights from LED Light Bar. They're night lights, I think. Had to black out my address there. Night light. They're spot and flood work light. Just pretty basic stuff. Also have our Z-Track over here. Still can't forget, we got to install that. What that looks like. This will go down both runners and across the rack. Really good made stuff. Got that in this box and that box. So we still got all that to put on the truck. I still got to get a new 2 new airbags because one of those they're mismatched. I like the way that one is better, so we're going to pull that one off, get the numbers off of it, and order that one. So lots. Also, this is these are neoprene. This is just a piece of 1/8 inch thick neoprene or 1/16 inch thick. I think it's 1/16 inch. Maybe 8. Anyway, I got these to go. I'm gonna cut pieces of it to go under the latches and just work as insulators anywhere we've got 2 things coming together. And then this right here, this is a piece. I don't think I'm gonna end up using it, but I've got these. This is a piece of 2 foot. There's 2 foot stainless 3/4 pieces. If we need to hardwire any of it or hardline any of it, we can do it with that. And then this is the sample of a seal that I'm going to use. I need to get the doors fixed, and then when the doors are fixed, I can see if this is going to be too thick, if I need to go thinner, or if this is the right size. We'll know that once we get the doors fixed. And then this is just something that goes on. This goes on that Z-Track, where you can bolt in on the Z-Track, but it was a piece. They sent it for free because I bought so much of it. So, all right, well, I'm gonna set y'all up. We're gonna get started here. Another thing we're gonna do is connect these 2 boxes and those 2 boxes so we can send wires through them and not have to make a whole bunch of connections into each box, or we can string wires from one box to the next. That box over there is the one we're gonna take our wiring harness to go up and over and into our headache rack. So I'll set y'all up and we'll get started measuring. I think we're gonna start on that side. Or I don't know, we might start on this one right here. We'll see. All right, so I'm gonna do some measuring, get those. All right. That's gonna do us for today. These ended up being 18 3/4 by 16. I got those two right here and right here. Well, let's go this way. I got those two right here and right there. These ended up being 23 1/4 by 15 5/8. And I got those right here and right here. Now these are door specific. So tomorrow or Friday, I'm gonna take these pieces and I'll finish welding the inside. I'll finish welding up the inside of these because once I put them on it, they won't be able to weld them. Then I'll take those and set them down, trace this out on it, cut it, weld it to this. This is gonna be the inside of the door. This side will be the outside of the door that'll have the skin on it. And then that will come in and push against there. And that is gonna give us some doors. So good progress today. These things are a pain to cut and trim and fit and double check on the door and everything else. So made some good progress, and we'll see y'all in the next one.